Welcome to the webinar. My name is, again, it's Keith McGregor. I am the manager of the customer success team for Champions Way and Perfect Mind. So the webinar is going to be about 5 email tips to beat the summer drought of your business. I'm going to be honest, we're going to go well beyond 5 tips. We're going to go well beyond email as well. So sit back, take some notes, and hopefully we learn a few things along the way. So just wanted to start off with a little quote. I saw this in somebody else's webinar. I kind of liked it. The one thing I always liked was Bill Cosby quotes. So in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. I just like Bill Cosby quotes. Some of them are, extremely motivational. Some of them are just hilarious. So if you ever have a chance to check these out. I do want to mention as well, Moira mentioned it, Master Fareed Dordar will be conducting the Mr. Marketer webinar tomorrow, the weekly webinar. So definitely, if you don't want to miss this, and if you have a chance to attend this, it's going to be at 11 a.m. tomorrow Pacific Standard Time. That's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the one thing here is, if you don't have the link to join this webinar, and you do have the Mr. Marketer package, you want to email marketing@championsway.com. We'll send you the link. So I want to talk about the mistakes made by schools today. And the one thing that we see with schools is they start to gear down their marketing during the slow months. So that's June, where we are now, July, and August. Now, the problem with this is it's the wrong methodology. Okay, your marketing budget may change. We understand that. Everybody knows that, during the summertime, things are going to get slower. And we have to be prepared for that. But the one thing is your marketing strategies should change a little bit as well, but they should also increase. The one thing that we always do here is we start saying, well, we get into that rut. I just want to make it through to September, and we start gearing everything down. But by the time September hits, you're near broke. If you're not doing anything in terms of marketing to bring revenue in through the summer months, you're going to be struggling by the time you hit September. So the one thing we're always saying to schools, and we're saying to all membership-based businesses, make the summertime work for you. Increase the revenue so you can head into September going strong. Like we say here, so not all marketing costs thousands of dollars. And we're going to show you some cheap, cost-free marketing. We're going to go over all that. And we always want to stress the fact that it's not too late. Okay, you can do effective marketing in the month of June to help you promote July and August. Now, the one thing is we're going to talk about exactly the marketing strategies that you can use in the month of June. And we're going to show you real marketing strategies from a real school that has been very successful. We'll talk about that in the next moment. And you likely have everything you need at your fingertips. And I think you all know what I'm talking about, as probably a lot of you have been to some of my webinars. The one thing is Perfect Mind is right at your fingertips. So what I'm going to show you, you already have. And for those of you who don't already have it, again, send an email to marketing@championsway.com. So this one is sort of a no-brainer. I've been here, as most of you know, I ran a membership-based business for 7 years prior to coming on board with Champions Way and Perfect Mind. But there are 3 main reasons why summer slows us down. And in terms of, for those of you who have a lot of kids at your school, well, we know we're dealing with outdoor activities. Summertime comes along, it's baseball, soccer, swimming. All of these things hurt us in terms of our enrollments for children. The other part is it's vacation time. So adults are going on vacation. Obviously, they're going to start taking their kids with them. Now, for adult-oriented schools, like, say, the MMA schools, the Krav Maga schools, well, they use martial arts more of an exercise. And this goes for fitness clubs as well. We see the summertime enrollments die. We see people cancel because it's one of those things. Everybody was trying to get in shape for the summer. They feel they got there. They're going to take a couple months off, and they're going to come back for September. So that's one of the things that we've always talked about that's going to happen every single summertime. And every time, this time of year for us, Champions Way and Perfect Mind, we see schools struggling. When you struggle, well, we see you guys struggling, you'll come to us. Times are tough during these summer months, and what we're trying to do here today is give you ideas, give you the marketing tools so you can actually make these months work for you. Now, I want to talk about Champions Martial Arts in North Vancouver. A lot of you may not know about this, but this was actually founded by Master Fareed Dordar. This is his school. And this is where the whole product started. It started from a martial arts school in North Vancouver. There wasn't a lot of software around back then, and if any, so Master Farid actually developed Perfect Mind for this, originally MAS, and then moved on to Perfect Mind. Now, it is the largest martial arts school in all of Canada. It has over 700 active students. These are real students, okay? These are not the people that attend like a kick fit class once per week. These are actual over 700 enrolled students. Now, the one thing here is we always wanted to know, why doesn't July and August slow this school down? And what we did was we actually went and we talked to them. We figure if we're going to, find out why they do so well in the summer, we might as well go, right to them and find out from their mouths. Now, these are the martial arts summer promotions, well, I should say not just martial arts, but these are the Champions Martial Arts summer promotions that they offer during the summertime, okay? And this is what helps them beat the drought, is what we call it. I spoke to Sean Lindsay in detail about this. He's the manager over at Champions. So the one thing, and the big one that they offer, is they offer a summer camp. Now, this summer camp runs for 6 weeks. It's got 20 spots available. So essentially what it is it's $250 per week. They fill these up. So at $250 per week with 20 spots available, for the entire 6 weeks, you're looking at $30,000 in revenue. Now, the real key to the success of their summer program is how they get the word out there. Okay, it's not just shoving it down people's throats. They have great relationships. And relationships is something we always talk about. Having relationships with your clientele, having great relationships. And that's the one thing that they're very successful at. So they can fill these summer camps quite easily. Now, the other thing they do is they do what's called edu-selling. And it's all about education. And again, those sleazy car salesman tactics, those have come and gone. They don't work for membership-based businesses. We talked about edu-selling a lot in Vahid Shababi's webinar. And if you do want that, you can always go to our Facebook page or go to our website and you can grab those webinars. The other thing you can do is you can email marketing@championsway.com. And Vahid's webinar talks specifically about edu-selling. That's really a big thing. Now, the other thing that they offer is for July enrollments, they offer a free pair of boxing gloves. Sign up in July, we'll give you a free pair of boxing gloves. And in the month of August, they're going to offer you a free month. So they're really pushing this as promotions to increase their revenue during the summertime, increase their enrollments. All the while, bear in mind that they're offering their summer camps. Now, going back to the summer camp, the one thing that I actually wanted to talk about with the summer camps is think about it from your client's perspective. And this is one thing that Champions talked to me about, Champions Martial Arts. We were talking about what they do to promote the summer camps. And they say their promotions rely heavily on thinking about what the client needs. So in terms of who their client is, if they're trying to promote a summer camp, they're promoting it towards the parents. Now, what's the key factor with parents when it comes to summertime? They're all working 9-to-5 jobs. They're not out for summer. So ultimately, they need a fun, educational activity to take care of their kids. And that's why Champions Martial Arts, they offer this 9 a.m. till 3:30. So largely throughout the day, their kids are taken care of. And for $250 a week, that's not a lot of money. But bear in mind, with 20 spots and running this for 6 weeks, that's $30,000 in revenue. Now, the other things that they offer during the summertime is pro shop rewards for student referrals. Now, we talk about student referrals these days. That is really the key source of gaining new enrollments is student referrals. Those of you on the Mr. Marketing package, Mr. Marketer package, you know this. We rely heavily on student referrals. So the one thing is offer rewards for them, and they love offering pro shop rewards. Now, the other thing they do, they offer, again, free month of tuition. Bring in one of your friends. If they sign up, we'll give you a free month. So again, more of an incentive. Now, the other thing they do is they increase their referral promotions during the summertime. Okay, you have no choice because it's a slow time of year. So you need to throw out the big guns during this time. Now, this is one of the things that we talked about heavily in Mr. Marketer, and I'm going to explain how these seminars work, how you gain interest in seminars. Summertime is a great time for seminars in terms of getting your students enrolled in these seminars and getting them to bring their friends. Okay, because seminars can be a huge, huge lead generator. And the one thing that we want to stress here is how you offer these seminars. So the three big seminars out there right now are bully prevention, women's self-defense, and kidnap prevention. So what we promote to our clients is get the word out there to your students. Okay, send it out to your leads, send it out to your active students, send it out to your former students. But the one thing in here, and what we've seen with the bully prevention especially, is that it's going to be your active students who are going to show the most interest in a free bully prevention seminar. So we have a lot of schools come to us and they say, well, I don't really see the point. I'm offering a free bully prevention seminar to my students who are already enrolled. And that's the wrong mentality. The key to making these seminars work is send the word out there. Get it out to your active students. They'll opt in. They'll express interest. Don't set a date. The one thing you don't want to do is set a date. Don't just set a date and expect 100 people to roll into your bully prevention seminar. Build interest in it. And the way you build that interest is by building it with your active students. So with your active students, they tell you they're interested. Now you're encouraging them to bring their friends. Now, think about it in terms of this. Once you build the interest, you have 25 students of yours that are actually interested in the bully prevention seminar. Well, if every one of them brings a friend, they're going to bring 25 leads. Hopefully, they bring more. From that point, you set the date. Based on talking to the students who are interested, finding out their timelines, when it would work. But summertime is a key time to do this. Put on a bully prevention seminar. Put on a women's self-defense seminar, a kidnap prevention. Get the students to bring their friends. Sure, send it out to the leads and send it out to the former students as well, because you're definitely going to get some interest from there. But your active students are really going to be the gold mine when it comes to this. So what's next? We want to get the word out there. And obviously, like I said before, you have Perfect Mind right at your fingertips. Okay, so we have email, book me, SMS, voice broadcast, and landing pages. Now, these are sort of the 5 strategies that I'm going to talk about here because I do want to get into Perfect Mind, just simple things. I'm not going to go heavily into Perfect Mind training, but I want to give you guys some ideas on what you can do to get these messages out there. So again, we're talking about promoting summer camps. How do I get the word out there? We're talking about promoting seminars, bully prevention, kidnap prevention, women's self-defense. How do I get that word out there? And I'm just going to show you some simple ways to do this. Now, one thing I want to make a point on about SMS and voice broadcasts, and this is very important because we're always trying to educate our clients. It's a big thing with us. We don't want you guys to do something that you'll regret. SMS and voice broadcast in terms of marketing is kind of gone the way of the dinosaur here. Be careful with that. People don't like to get bombarded with text messages and voice broadcasts anymore. Use these more as reminders, okay? So reminders for people who have enrolled in the events, book themselves for events. Use the SMS and the voice broadcast to remind these people about the date and time of these events. That's a better strategy for these. In terms of the best way to send out the message in terms of marketing, it's generally going to be email. It's generally going to be sending them a landing page or the link to book me, and we'll talk about that. So we're going to talk about creating an event here. So we see this event, and we say, June 21st, we have summer camp. So you can book for it, $250 and so on. Now, I want to talk about creating these events and sending out this information. So in terms of this, like creating an event, you just need to be in the calendar. Okay, so if I want to create a summer camp event, the one thing that you have to remember here is you want to change the class to a special event. And you can put the name in here, whether, obviously in this case, we'll say it's going to be summer camp. You would set the date. You would change this to public, okay? Show to. Show to is who do you want to show this to? So if I want the public to enroll in this event, I need to show it to the public. So I would select the public. From here, I can set the price. So in this case, if I'm offering it for $250, I simply put in $250. Now, the next step is I need to set a capacity. So in this case, if we're saying, and we use Champions Martial Arts as the example, if there's a maximum capacity of 20, we would simply set 20 and click Save. From there, when you go to the Book Me link, they'll be able to register it for right here. They can book for the summer camp. And they can actually go on there and they can pay for it online. If they have a member account, they can enter their member account. If they're new, they can go straight to the sign-up page, pay the $250 for the actual summer camp. And we talk a lot about this too as well. In terms of paying for things online, that's a big, big thing right now. And everybody should know about that. There's a big trend going on with martial arts schools especially about paid trials. Okay, we've been big on this for years now. There's all sorts of people who offer free trials. All your competitors are offering free this, free that. Put a paid trial out there, okay? A paid trial is worth 10 times more than a free trial because the person who pays for the trial is going to be more invested than somebody who just got a free trial. So we actually have been tracking this. And what we find is somebody who accepts a free trial only shows up for 30% of the time. This is getting a little off topic, but this is something that you need to be aware of. Somebody who does a paid trial will show up 95% of the time. So those are good odds. So in terms of when you're offering promotions on your website, whatever it is, always offer what we consider what we call a quick start program. And whether that be $19.95 for 2 classes or $69 for 4 weeks, whatever it is that you want to offer, put one out there. You'd be surprised how many paid trials you can get. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was forms. Okay, so creating these forms. And I'm going to talk a little bit about Bitly as well and shortening links. And I'll explain that in just a second. You can create forms quite easily by just going to the forms area in Perfect Mind. And from there, you can create simple forms just for quick registration, okay? You can attach them to specific campaigns as well, so you know exactly what they're interested in. You can create new campaigns right on the fly. So if I click New Campaign, I can put in, say, for instance, let's go bully prevention. From there, I make it active. From there, I can save it, okay? So anything that comes through on this form, and when I say form, I mean landing page, like that first name, last name, email address, phone number, that's what I mean by form. So form, lead generator, landing page, it's all the same thing. It will give you a form typically like this, okay? It'll end up looking like this, first name, last name, email address, primary phone number. Now, we have forms that are already in here. You can go right here to your quick registration. You can change the campaign to this, to bully prevention. So anything coming through here now will come through as bully prevention. So you'll be notified. Every time you get a lead, you should be getting an email. So you'll see the person's name, you'll get their phone number, you'll get their email address, and you'll know what they're interested in based off of this campaign. This campaign is key, so we know exactly what they're interested in. From there, you can take this and you can embed this on your website. You can take that. For those of you who know HTML, you can just embed that on any page on your website. For those of you who use a webmaster, you can give it to them, and I'll guarantee you they'll know what to do with it. But what you can also do is you have a link. Now, this link is the form that we just created. So the one thing is we can actually email this link out to all of our active students, all of our leads, all of our former students, and then from there we can see how many people would be interested in the bully prevention seminar. Now, again, Mr. Marketer does this. For those of you who are on the Mr. Marketer program, obviously it already does this, and it does a custom landing page for you. But I'm just giving you guys ideas who are not on Mr. Marketer. This is something that you can do. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to send out this big, ugly URL out. Okay? It should be a short and sweet URL. So you would copy it. And for those of you who don't know about it, go to bit.ly.com. And what bit.ly.com does, bit.ly.com, is it shortens these URLs, okay? So it makes them nice and tidy. So when you paste it in, you can shorten it. And then you can take the new URL, copy this, and send out an email blast with that shortened URL, just seeing if anybody's interested in bully prevention seminars. Just give me your information. I'll get back to you. Don't set a date, though. This is just to get information. So the one thing that we're really stressing about here is this is just ways to get, one, you can get lead gathering. You can put this out on Facebook as well. Click the link if you're interested in a free bully prevention seminar. Paste the link. That's free marketing. So if people are interested in the bully prevention seminar, you could get leads. You may get your active students. You may get some of your former students. But regardless, you're going to get interest. Once you build the interest, you can then set the date. Now, from there, like I said, if you wanted to send this out, you could simply go to send emails under your marketing menu. And you can simply copy and paste that email, and you can actually personalize these, and we all know this. And if anybody doesn't have training on this, message marketing@championsway.com. We'll send you the live training link. You can jump into any one of our training classes, and we'll show you exactly how to use this email function so you can personalize it. So it'll say, hello, John. Just, wanted to know if you'd be interested in a bully prevention course. It's going to be a free seminar. Tell your friends. Let me know if you'd be interested. Paste the link. They click the link, they enter in their information, you're automatically notified on your phone through your email that you've received a lead from the bully prevention campaign. Okay, so these are just short and sweet tips, and we got a lot of them. So one thing is if you're ever interested in more of this, always come to the live training. Now, what I want to do, I want to open it up to some questions from all of you. So Moira, I'll let you take it from here. The one thing I do want to mention again, while you start typing your questions, the one thing I do want to mention is the Mr. Marketer webinar tomorrow. Again, strictly for Mr. Marketer clients, but that's going to be with Master Fareed Dordar. And again, email marketing@championsway.com, and we can send you the link from there, so you can get access to that webinar. And from here, I'll open it up, and we'll take some questions.
Awesome. Thanks, Keith. So our first question was about the email. This is something available now.
The email is 100% available now. Everything I've showed you is 100% available now. So this is currently in every Perfect Mind database right now. Now, the one thing that is different, though, that maybe some of you have noticed on my database, I have the new navigation, the new menu for Perfect Mind 4, which will be available. And don't quote me, I believe in about a week to everybody else. That's the one thing is we have our new navigation here. So everything's broken down, much cleaner, much easier to find. I love the new navigation. Those of you who are on beta right now with us, you already have the new navigation. So that's the one thing that you might see is a little different. But regardless of the navigation, you definitely have the email.
Great. Next question. Our CEO guy says not to use Bitly because of how it routes people to the website. Do you have an opinion about that?
At the end of the day, it's just shrinking down a URL. There's numerous sites that do it. If somebody has something against Bitly, I mean, there are 100 other websites that shrink URLs. I don't think there's anything wrong specifically with Bitly. We use Bitly all the time.
There's a question about marketing not being available.
Marketing not being available on their menu is because they have the old menu. Okay, so that's to say, if you're looking at mine, I have the new menu, so this is where we would go. In terms of if you have the older menu, and like I said, everyone will be getting the new menu. It'll be an automatic upgrade. You'll get the new menu, and like I said, I think it's coming within about a week. What you can do is just click the email tab. If you're on your office menu, just click the email tab. It'll take you to the same area.
And a question is, do you have sample emails?
We do have sample emails, but it's typically the emails that we have are for the Mr. Marketer package. The Mr. Marketer package has all the professionally written content, all the images. So that is specifically for Mr. Marketer. Now, for those of you, though, who don't have Mr. Marketer, but if you have the library, you can get a lot of, the content. You can get a lot of the images. But again, those of you who have Mr. Marketer, those images, that content, those email templates and landing pages, those are only for Mr. Marketer clients. And again, that's over 250 email templates and landing pages. But we do have some in the library as well.
An issue someone's had with using BookMe is people forgetting their login info, and they end up creating a new membership with a paid item in it. Does Mr. Marketer handle any of this?
Well, Mr. Marketer uses mainly landing pages is what it does. So it's not using BookMe a whole lot. What it is it's using landing pages. So in terms of BookMe and in terms of people forgetting their usernames and passwords, what I would suggest is you can reset them yourself. And again, if you want to know how to reset somebody's username and password in terms of a member account, it's very simple. Just again, go to the live training. Email marketing@championsway.com. We'll send you the live training link. It'll literally take you about 1 minute to learn that. But I mean, the one thing is your username is always going to be your email address, but the password is something that's going to be system generated, which I know can be a little tough to remember. So what I advise in those cases is if you have somebody who can't remember it, and make sure that they contact you. Let them know to contact you if they can't remember their password, and then you can go in and reset their password to something easy, like Karate 1 or something like that. Make it a nice, simple, easy to remember password. You can always reset them very easily, so you don't have those people recreating member accounts and so on.
Another great question. To sell summer camps online, should it be set in memberships or in store?
A membership versus a product? It should actually be neither. It should be an event, right? Like what we were showing over here, and for those of you who are familiar with like reports, you have a billing and payment report, which breaks down. I'll just quickly show it to you here. Under the money section, again, this is a demo database. Under billing and payments, when you run these reports, it's going to break down your membership tuition, your product tuition, and others. Now, when I create an event like this, the one that I was showing you, we go to Book Me, and you actually enter your information in there for $250. That's considered other. A summer camp is not a product. A summer camp is not a membership. It's an event. So that's why we classify it differently. I would sell it as an event. So in terms of the transaction, it'll still show up on the actual student or lead, but the one thing is it'll be tracked differently. So you can actually see the revenue that you're generating from the summer camp. One other note, and just a little tidbit about that, speaking with Champions Martial Arts, and the one thing that they stressed, and I don't know what all of you are doing with your summer camps or if you're offering summer camps, but the one thing that they promote heavily to their students is if they come to summer camps, they can get their stripes at summer camp. So they can move ahead a lot quicker. They do offer stripes during summer camps, and they say that's one of the biggest selling points to the kids. So just a little tidbit there.
And Keith, the next question to that is, if you have it as a special event, can people find it on their website?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you have it as a special event, right, we're not logged in here, right? When I go to Book Me here, they can just go to special events. And in fact, if you want to hide all this, you can. Okay, all you have to do, and again, you can call our support line, and they can just have it so that the only thing it shows are your special events. This is open to the public. You choose, and again, when we were creating that event, we said, you have the option there to show it to company only, meaning you and your staff, members only, meaning people with member accounts, or to the public. And this is what we did with this event. We opened it up to the public. So that's why you see it here. We're not logged in. Notice that. This is an actual link that you can have on your website. So you can just add Book Me to your website menu, which is easy to do. And then from there, you can remove classes, intros, exams if you don't want it, so that it always defaults right to special events. That's a great question, though.
Can events be shown on both the public and member view?
Public, well, members can see any public events, right? So a member will come in and they'll still be able to see public events. So it kind of works up that way. But the one thing is you may want to offer special pricing for your members. So say, for instance, summer camp to the public may be, $295, where you give your members special preferred pricing. So in which case you would create another event only for your members that the public would not see. And you might want to give them a discount. That's the way the member and public view should work. It's just giving your members benefits. That goes for products if they buy online and so on, right? You can give them discounted preferred pricing. Well, if we don't have any more questions, Moira, I think we'll wrap it up. The one thing I'll mention is we will be sending a recording of this webinar to all the attendees. If anybody has any questions about Mr. Marketer, I know we got into that a little bit, email marketing@championsway.com. And in terms of any questions regarding live training, if you're not familiar with the email function or how to use BookMe, again, email marketing@championsway.com. We'll send you all of the avenues that you can go to get the training so that you can do this. Like I said, not to push the urgency, but we're sitting here at the beginning of June, so now's the time to do it. We really, really want to heavily promote July and August. And like I said, this is all about heading into September strong. We know in September we got that back-to-school rush. People feel a little guilty from the summer, so they're going to want to come back and get in shape. We know September's coming, but make July and August strong, so September's even stronger. I want to thank you all for coming out to the webinar. Like I said, we're going to be offering these webinars. Most of the time, they'll be coming every week, and we got the big one tomorrow from Mr. Marketer. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you all soon.